We're wild on the go in Tillamook, Oregon, land of cheese, trees, and ocean breeze.
Yeah, it's got the ocean, a state forest, and a lot of dairy cows.
I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but whatever we do, we'll show you. Well, we're just a little bit north of town at the Kilchis Point Reserve. And what is this place all about?
Well, it's the site of the area's first pioneer, a guy named Joe Champion. Came here in 1851 and lived in a tree stump for a while.
Wow, wasn't it like a big spruce, like
yeah.
hollowed out or something? That's crazy.
and it was the site where the first ship, the Morning Star, was built in the Oregon Territory, and so now it's an interpretive trail area. So.
Got a bunch of interpretive trails, so we're going to go have a look around in there. Hold on a minute, I'm going to go in here and do a restroom review.
What?
Yeah, let people know what kind of restrooms we got here. Okay, looks pretty clean. Trash, flushable toilet paper there. There's a sink. Got some almond vanilla hand soap. I'm going to give this 5 golden flushes.
Oh, great.
Pioneer Settlement. Building of the Morning Star in September 1854. Planning began for the construction of the Morning Star of Tillamook, the first ship to be built in Tillamook County.
And the first registered ship in the Oregon Territory.
And there's the Flora and Fauna Trail. Home to a wide variety of plants, flora, and animals that together form a precious ecosystem. We got a little picnic area. It's nice.
Yeah, we might eat our lunch here.
Good idea.
Nice paved trail.
Yeah, it's really nice brickwork. Alright, so where are we at?
Well, we just came to this point here. This just makes a loop back to the parking lot, and if we go this way, we'll go down to the trails.
Cool. It says Trails and Tillamook Bay. A lot of elderberry through here.
It's pretty.
We're here on a somewhat overcast day. And it's getting kind of dark back in here. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. It's about, what, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's pretty nice, but I can see how this would be a little dismal sometimes of the year. This stream feeds Joe Champion Creek as it flows into Tillamook Bay.
Not much of a creek now, since it's summertime.
Yeah. Some skunk cabbage down there. Want some skunk cabbage?
No, thanks.
Animal tracks. Bobcat, black-tailed deer, Douglas squirrel, and raccoons.
Well, that is cool. Black bears use the same trails for generations and often place their feet in the exact same place every time they use the trail.
Isn't that something?
Boy, talk about consistency.
Yeah. What do you think this is? You know, I don't think that's bear. I think that's squatch. That's Bigfoot.
That's dog fur.
Shut up. Yeah, we see a lot of these herons and egrets everywhere we go, it seems.
Yeah, well, the great blue herons are the most widespread heron in North America, but they're really cool.
Yeah, it's fun to watch them when they're fishing too. Two of the most common heron species located at Kilchis Point are the great blue heron and the great egret, and they're both members of the same family. There's an egret with its young there. Really cool. Get to a sunny location here, and so guess what? Some of the berries are changing here. We got red huckleberry. And look at the size of these things and the color. They're really doing good here. I'm gonna have to eat some of these. What about you? Want some?
Yeah.
This is Kilchis Point from Tillamook Bay, Wilson River, Kilchis River. I guess there's like 5 rivers coming into this area. We're down on this point here.
Yep.
So here's a fern that looks something like sword fern, but this is deer fern. Some there. Lots of salal growing in here. And look, there's some more. I don't know if you can see those way up there. There's a bunch of red huckleberries, and man, they're really reaching for the sky here. Wow, that's amazing how big these are. They're trying to find the sun. Looks like we're coming up to a split in the trail here. And I think that way, that direction goes out to the bay, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, and this goes back to where we were, so we're just going to make a loop and head back and check out some more of Tillamook. What's that?
The inner bark of the western red cedar was used as weaving material, and they actually wore skirts made from cedar bark.
Yeah, it's really resourceful. Use it for fire building and weaving all kinds of stuff. Lots of cordage from the fibers. Joseph Champion is considered to be the first pioneer settler in the area known today as Tillamook County. He arrived in Tillamook Bay on approximately April 2nd, 1851. He unloaded his provisions at Kilchis Point and took up residence in a spruce tree stump.
What do you think?
They're good. A lot of picnic areas here. It's kind of hard to choose, but this one's out in the sun near a nice mural. Might have lunch there. So this is Highway 101 here, and just off the highway is the Tillamook Country Smoker outlet. And we're gonna go in there and see what they got, huh?
Yeah. Thank you.
What do you say? Hats? I don't like it that much.
Yeah, I know.
It's a nice hat though.
Yeah. Always looking for mesh hats.
Yep. I ended up with a hunter sausage. Got a couple of these. They're $1 each, and these have no nitrates or hormones or all that kind of stuff in it, so it's just kind of, you know, a little bit cleaner, I guess. What'd you get?
I like the teriyaki. That's a lot for $1.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good place to stop on the Oregon coast, Highway 101. It's really good. If only I could find a place to find some cheese to go with all of this. So we ended up at the Tillamook Cheese Factory, not necessarily on our itinerary today, but it's immediately adjacent to Highway 101, just off the highway. And I like cheese, and Susan likes ice cream.
Yeah, they get over 1 million visitors a year here, and they've just finished a brand new large visitor center, and we've been here before, but I kind of wanted to check that out, and like Bernie said, he likes cheese and I like ice cream.
Yeah, so we're gonna go see who cuts the cheese. So there's so many people in here, I think we're just gonna go take a look at the self-guided tour upstairs.
Yeah.
It's really
long lines.
kind of cheesy in here. Wow, look at this, how expansive it is. All right.
The cow.
Well, gotta do my part. Dairy cows eat all these ground up husks and potato peels and corn cobs and grass silage.
Cow comfort.
Here, get up there and scratch your back.
Yeah. That's how the cows get their itches scratched.
I'd like to have one of those.
You have 21 seconds. Push the button. Okay, push the button, spray the cows, teats, wipe them off, and connect the udders. Okay.
All right, go.
Ready?
You're losing.
I know.
Gotta wipe them off. Oh,
no.
I thought they had suction on.
I did too. I lost.
Well, you were utterly amazing anyway. So this is where the milk comes in, and they add some things to it, and then they cook it in these big vats. Big machine in the back there is what they call the cheddar master. Which
separates the curds and whey.
Okay, that's good. There's a diagram of it there. This is where they add salt to the cheese. So once it's cheese, the only thing they add is salt, and they do it right down there. It's where they cut it into big 40-pound blocks. Alright, so after the cheese ages, it returns to this area, and it goes on to cutting and weighing. Now it gets wrapped and bagged. There's the blue octopus down there. Vacuum sealer. Now it's packed and ready. There's the checkpoints, and they pack the cheese down there. And then it heads out into the cold storage warehouse. Heard you like samples. I do. What do you want?
Yeah.
You want some? I don't think they're sampling ice cream over here. I think this is all cheese. Right, so this is white cheddar cheese curds. Monterey Jack.
You're extra sharp.
Susan, be careful. Don't cut yourself. This is extra sharp.
Yeah.
Smoked black pepper. Yep, it's worth a stop.
Squeeze the cheese. This is the most awesome lip balm. I have Dutch chocolate. It's amazing.
Well, we finished up in Tillamook, had a good time going through that area, and we decided to head a little bit west back over to the coast.
We're at Oceanside Beach. We've been here before and really liked it. Found a lot of agates and stuff last time, so we'll see what we can find this time.
Yeah, it looks really nice out. It's very warm, a little cloudy, but we'll have fun. Looks like a bunch of basalt gravel.
Oh, look. Is that just glass, or is that, no?
It's an agate.
Yep, cool.
Yeah. They're easier to see here because so much black that the colorful agates stand out a lot, and I guess people are just picky as to what they're going to get, because there's some that are just real little tiny ones. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's just some kind of joint to a dinosaur or something. Bunch of rocks down here at the bottom of the tunnel through the mountain, and this is where they came from. So don't want one of these to fall on you, that's for sure. So I asked Barkley if he wanted to come with us this time, because the last time we did this, Barkley came with us and he said, "No, thank you." He did not want to come this time.
Yeah, I don't think he was a big fan.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go through here. It's low tide, so we should be all right. Here we go. Alrighty, let's start in. This first part is all concreted. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see how important it is to do this during low tide, as there is ocean on both sides of this tunnel. Has access to the ocean. So now, the last time we were in here, this was full of large trees that we had to climb over. Remember that?
Yeah, this is much different.
Yeah, remember I told you about the...
Yeah, we had to climb over driftwood and...
Yeah, and then Barkley was with us, and he was having a good little time climbing over things, but wow, this is completely
amazing.
cleaned out in here. How's it coming along?
Yeah, this is much easier.
Isn't
this
it?
time, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to watch your head as much
Oh yeah.
now, because it's so far overhead, but before, because we were on top of trees, you know, it was a little bit more difficult. But if you look down at the bottom here, we just got a bunch of these big rocks that we have to watch out for, but other than that, it's pretty easy to maneuver through here now. And then we get all the way out, and we can see out of the cave to the nice scenic view here. Alright, Susan's gonna slide down, I guess. One way or the other, you slide down.
Yeah.
It's very slippery. So that's the way it looks coming down. Once again, we made it to the other side.
The short beach. only this one.
Yep, this is short beach. Definitely wouldn't want to get stuck on this beach when the high tide comes in, because it's a little bit far up, and as you know, going back through that tunnel is probably not the best choice, but maybe it's up high enough to where you can get through it just wading through some water. But I imagine during the winter it could get really crazy in there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That concludes our travels in the Tillamook area.
We always have a good time in this area.
We really do.
Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe.
Thanks for watching. Bet this thing works great. Sorry, I know that was cheesy.